Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Ballers World Live. Ballers World Live with a Z. Real quick before we get started, let me give a quick shout out to ESPN 1700. Shout out to ESPN. Thank you guys so much for having us now. In the studio, we have the wonderful,
the one and only,
the incomparable, the hooping, the acting, Erika Ringor.
Yeah.
I did it!
He said my name
I
right.
said the name right.
Oh my
I
goodness.
was like, Ringo.
He didn't tell you he practiced that like 20
Like,
times.
yeah,
Literally.
I had to practice that
Yes.
a couple times. Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you, Erica?
I'm great. I'm
How's
like,
it going?
I can't stop smiling.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what we like to hear.
If nobody knows, Erica was on Love and Basketball, which is a
Oh, my
classic.
With the famous line of "Don't never let a freshman take your spot."
Never let a
Oh.
freshman take your spot.
Don't ever let a freshman take your spot.
You know what? No, seriously, I played collegiate basketball, and you know what? When I was a sophomore, I never let a freshman take my
Don't
spot.
never let a freshman take your spot.
Okay,
Yeah.
that hit home for me. So thank you.
You're welcome.
'Cause
Yeah. How was that experience for you? Like, what has that movie done for you? I mean, being on the set and stuff. What is that like? Like, take us back, you know?
So, okay. So what's fun? Okay, I'm gonna make this real short because this is a long story. But like, if you don't know me, I'm all about like everything just lined up. Like I couldn't have made that any more perfect of how it happened. Like when I say it fell in my lap, it fell in my lap. It actually shout out to my cousin Myrie who just
Shout out
called
Myrie.
Myrie. She called me and was like, "Hey, cuz," that's literally what she said. She said, "Hey, cuz, Spike Lee has he's doing auditions for basketball players. You should go." This was my response. I ain't going to no cattle call.
So you were a baller.
Right.
You were a baller,
Ain't
though.
on no cattle call.
It was ego. And then I was like, you know what, let me pop that. I was like, wait a minute, when is it? What time? Where? How? So it ended up, it was like the audition,
No.
but it ended up being at my high school, St. Bernard's.
Oh, wow.
And my high school coach was like helping the director run the audition. So when I walked in, I was like, oh, this is weird. I was like, okay. All right. So anyway, so that's how it happened. But like,
That's crazy.
it was a whole process. Like I went in for just the basketball player, and then the director saw me at the audition. Gina Bythwood, Prince Bythwood, shout out to her, my girl, boss. She's so talented, and she saw me playing, and it was like I was the only. I swear to God, I had on some yellow Lakers shorts.
Yeah, go
LA
Lakers,
out
baby,
here.
all day.
Lakers,
Kobe.
hair in a high ponytail. I had some hoop earrings on, like my cutoff, what I actually play in. And then I was like, let me just put some lip gloss on so I can look kind of girly. Like, I remember saying all these things. So I walk in with my ball, and I just literally walk in, like, okay, where do I sign in? Like, what are we doing in here?
Okay, you ain't even need to audition.
So-
it was like booked.
But that's what Gina said. She was like, when I saw you, she was like, okay.
You can
That's
tell
what
the
she.
vibe.
Said the attitude.
So it was more of an attitude, and I think, so that's where when I got the role of Sidra, it was, I read for Monica at first, but I already knew kind of they probably already had somebody. So it was such a process. It was it was like 3 months, and you know, she was like, we want you to come in for the role of Sidra, which is another role. So I was like, okay. So when I read it, I still didn't understand like how like powerful she was, like how this character really was the antagonist, and she was like, you know, all these things for the lead. So when I go in, that was just me. Like low key, that was me. Like that's how I am on the
Ooh.
court. It was like I have
how
that
it worked.
attitude, and then you know so it was
I've
kind
seen her
of
play.
Oh,
She
yeah,
has an
right.
attitude.
It was
No, I've seen her play before. She got a little attitude. Yeah.
it was kind of me. So just it was like 4 or 5 callbacks. I was on tour with another play when I got the role, and they were like, "Would you be willing to leave the play to come shoot?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" I was like, just you know. So it happened.
Wait,
and
so
then-
you were You were interested in acting. You acted
I
in
was
high
al-
school. You were
actually I didn't act until college.
okay.
So my
So
first play was
college.
for
You majored in drama.
yeah, it was drama and theater and technical film. So I just never did it, but I knew I always wanted to do it
Okay.
So where'd basketball come from?
since I was 3rd grade.
You've been balling.
I've been playing.
And you didn't want to go collegiately.
Okay, so that never let a freshman take your spot thing
Yeah.
kind of happened to me.
No.
So I graduated Long Beach State, and I tried out for the basketball team my senior year. I really just wanted to see if I could make the team. I didn't really care whether I made it or not. I just wanted to see if I could make it. And I was already in really, really good shape. I was in amazing shape, and it was one spot left, and it was between me and a freshman. I swear to God, this was before the movie. And the coach called me in. It was cool, and she was like, you know, we're gonna give it to her because, and I knew it was because she's a freshman, and I'm about to be out in like 4 months or 5 months, whatever what it was. So they wanted to like hone her and get her ready for the next 3 or 4 years, whatever.
So when you said that line, it really came
Yeah,
from
it
the
resonated.
heart.
It was like-
So
She was ready for that line.
how did this movie change your life?
Wow.
That's a great question.
It is.
That's a great question. It has changed my life in like the way that it's affected people. I didn't understand the magnitude of my character until the premiere in LA. And Will Smith was there, Jada Pinkett, Wesley Snipes, like Stan Lathan, like all these people. And I was like,
Whoa.
damn. I was like, I didn't even walk the red carpet. This is how new I was. I was with my boyfriend at the time. I was like, let's just go through the side door because I don't want to wait in that line. Like I didn't know I didn't know anything. I didn't know the business about it.
Wow.
I was like, let's just go sit down. So I'm like, I even sat up with my friends. Like I was supposed to be sitting down there with like the actors and the cast. I didn't know the business of it. I just knew this is what I wanted to do. So when I'm watching, I was like, damn, Marlo, my part is pretty big. I was like, dang. Like,
Got a lot of screen time.
I was like, so after like Wesley Snipes came up to me, he was like, you did a really amazing job. I was like, thanks, Wes.
Pay your taxes.
Like,
So sorry.
I didn't say that, but
I said
no.
crazy shit. My fault.
So it got bigger
That's
as it
awesome.
and then just like the people it's affected, like the girls.
Yeah, that's huge.
High
Like you're a
school.
role model to us, to
Yeah.
everybody. You know, like
Seriously.
you really are.
I'll take that.
Even
That's
I'll
dope.
take
That's
that.
so
That's
cool.
dope.
I'm still
That's so cool.
I'm still this girl. I'm gonna tell you this is when I knew I was like, okay, I have a responsibility from this point on. Like, this girl was like, you're a legend, dude,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like,
Legit.
I said,
Mhm.
I was like, wow, like probably like 3 weeks ago, somebody said that to me, and I'm seeing now the movie is what almost 18 years old, and they just ran it this past weekend on BET.
Oh my god.
So I'm getting like all these people hitting me up on IG like
I love the
screenshot, and I'm just like, damn, this movie is still
popping.
Yeah.
it affects, it inspires and it motivates, and
It's still a date night movie too.
Yo,
it doesn't get
oh my
old.
God.
Till this day, I know
God.
loving basketball is every girl hooper's best favorite
100%.
movie.
Right.
100%.
Favorite movie.
Right.
Hands
Such a
down.
good-
And he got game.
He got game.
Wow.
But I was gonna say, I was like, he got game with like the
Yeah.
movies right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
He
yeah.
throws on.
But I know loving basketball isn't the only thing you featured in.
There's-
but
Actually, a lot of things that you do. You're a humanitarian, and you have a lot of other films going on. But we want to talk about that after the break. 'Cause
Okay.
we have to break right now.
Okay.
So get those answers ready.
Yeah, I know, right? So stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're gonna have Erika Ringor here with us today.
That's close.
Ringor.
No, just Ringor.
Ringor. Yeah.
No, not Ringor.
Well, you don't want the
Ringor.
or.
Ringor.
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 Yes.
Ringor. Erika Ringor. is here
It's
with us.
Filipino. Real simple though.
Ah, that's why it's Filipino. See, now I got
She's
my Filipino
American and
accent
Caucasian.
in there. Ringor. Okay.
Yes.
Filipino. I got it. Okay. Shout out to WSS.
was
Go to
Mexican.
chopwss.com.
I cannot.
Go to shopwss.com
Oh my
or
goodness.
follow at shopwss. And of course, follow us at Ballers World with a Z on all social media platforms. We'll be right back with Erika Ringor.
Ringor.
For full episodes and more dope basketball content, make sure to subscribe. Ballers World Live.